was young, someone broke my heart, looked me in the eye, said that I would be nothing without him. These words may crushed me more than anything he ever did to hurt me. Those words, they only confirmed my deepest fears and insecurities. He was so fucking wrong.
An elephant driver had 6 sons, all of them blind. One day he gave them the job of washing his elephant. When the brothers had completed the task, they began discussing what manner of animal was the elephant. "Easy," said one. "The elephant is a couple of large bones." He'd been washing the tusks. "How can you say such things? The elephant is like a thick rope." He'd been washing the trunk. The third son insisted that the elephant was like a couple of fans. He'd been washing the ears. To the fourth son, the elephant resembled 4 pillars. He'd been washing the legs. The fifth son had been washing the sides. He described the elephant as a wall that breathed. The sixth and last cried, "You boys can't fool me. I know. My own experience has revealed to me that the elephant is a little piece of string hanging down from the sky." He'd been washing the tail. After some time, the father walked in and heard them shouting at one another. He cried, laughing, "My sons, you are all fighting over nothing. Each of you has washed only part of the elephant, but I alone have seen it in its entirety. It is everything that each of you says it is. But," he added, "it is also much more than any of you suspect." In the short story, The Garden Party by Katherine Mansfield, it talks about a young girl who lives on top of a hill. Everyone around her is setting up the party, rushing around her, not noticing her discomforts. She gazes down the hill at the people at the bottom. She makes her way down. Things kind of get darker, and she finds herself at a wake. This is her first real encounter with death. This story is a metaphor for Hades and Persephone. Hades, who admired Persephone, stole her into the underworld. She was the personification of spring and fertility, and when he took her, the land became winter. And because she ate of the fruit of the underworld, she couldn't leave. Eventually in the story, they work a deal out where she comes back half the year in the warmer months. The story of the seasons, how life is cyclical, where we have winter and we have spring. When we're going through those winters, sometimes it seems like the spring is never going to come. There's a French term that translates to nostalgia for the mud. There starts to be a sort of complacency
in the comfortable. We're so petrified and stuck in these negative cycles and these negative emotions and thought patterns that we cling to what is familiar. It gives us nostalgia and it gives us comfort, and we're afraid to expand into discomfort, stuck in the past, stuck in worry about the future. I used to get stuck all the time in these thoughts about the past and the things that I regretted and the things that I wished that I could do over. And just like with the allegory of the cave, it's just shadows on the wall until you can really look at it and see it for what it really is. Because once you can see things for what they really are and look at it kind of sober-minded, it takes away what makes these things so frightening. Kind of gives you a better chance at figuring out how to approach it. And on this journey, and I really do call it a journey, not to be cheesy, but because it really is. It's like seriously an epic adventure at this point. I've experienced a huge range of emotion. I've gone through periods of time where I've felt the pain so physically in my heart space, in my throat during this process. I have felt the deepest levels of joy and presence. I've danced with a group of other women to release. The more that I have delved deeply into the study of these monsters and demons, I have been able to release and become more open to new experiences, meeting new people, and truly understanding love that I always knew was there, but it's almost like I forgot about this constant love that is always inside. I've never been more myself. The more that I get to know me and change how I tell my story, as I do that, the more different I am than the person that people used to know me as. It's honestly like I've always been her. I've always been this person, and I'm recognizing myself more and more. And it's really beautiful, and it feels like a beautiful romance with the divine, quite frankly. And in a way, I'm so proud of today's society. I'm proud that we've been able to encourage creativity way more, and people are expressing themselves more and more every day and feeling more and more empowered to do so. And I'm really grateful for you guys, because this has been a way that I've expressed myself, and I feel like it's really contributed to my healing process. So thanks for giving me a space to express myself. And that brings me to the next exciting thing, is that I have written an ebook. I'll put the link to it in the description of all of the shadow work videos. I'm so excited that I wrote a book, and I collaborated with this amazing illustrator, the Cosmic Bruja. The book is beautiful. There are exercises in there. There are journal entries. You can really go back to it any time that you reach a new layer and ask yourself these questions again. These are all things that I've done. These are all things that work and that I very much believe that everyone should know about. So that's why I wrote it in a book. I'm excited for all the new things on the channel. I want to talk about Medusa. I want to talk about monsters and really get into these subjects. I have a lot of exciting things kind of planned, really diving into these subjects more individually, so I can make shorter videos but that go in depth. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for you guys, for this community. I'll see you in my next video. Namaste.